Okay, here's part 2 of my Star Wars conversation with Connor and Jesse.
You are now listening to JJ's Garage.
Please hang up and try again.
Okay, we're back, part 2. Yeah, so that Connor just showed me the what do we call that? Episode 8 trailer?
The original episode 7 trailer.
Episode 7 trailer. And I avoid trailers. Like, saw them on TV, I would do some. In movies, I would like close my eyes and plug my ears, and I would just always try and avoid it, because any movie I like to go in fresh, and that's why I don't like, if I want to see a movie, I go see it right away. I don't wait the couple weeks or whatever. NFL football screws me over, because they do a lot of partnerships with movies, where it shows like this and that, right?
Mm-hmm. We found out what a parsec was in real
life.
Oh,
yeah. Are you going to read, Kate? Connor's going to tell us parsec. So I thought it was 1 light year, right? So I was way wrong.
Yep. A parsec is a unit of distance used in astronomy equal to about 3.26 light years. Okay. 1 parsec corresponds to the distance at which the mean radius of the Earth's orbit subtends an angle of 1 second of arc.
Do we know what subtend means?
Here's a diagram.
So, like, can we figure out, like, what... So, as far...
I don't think we need the deep understanding of the definition. I think 3.26 light years is plenty.
Right. I'm just wondering, like, where did they come up with this? All right. Sounds good.
Top man on that one.
So, it's an
astronomical distance.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
In Star Wars, still undecided.
Star Wars, it might be time.
They use it as a reference of distance every time, except Han Solo saying, "I did it in 12 parsecs." Right. I did the Kessel Run in 12. Like it makes sense. I guess if you think about that. I did the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs, and it makes sense in that.
That was good with her meeting them. I liked that part too.
Like I said, they got like great Han Solo 1 movie out of them.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford.
One of the last cons I have here: the romance between Finn and Rose. Don't fucking buy it.
That was the worst.
Yeah.
Like,
did they kiss at the very end?
She kisses him, and he looks very surprised.
Because he obviously wants to rail Rey.
Right.
That's pretty blatantly obvious in 7 and 8, up until he starts hanging out with Rose for a side piece.
Yeah.
Went for the casino night with a girl, and things happened, but.
Yeah, he like literally could have saved the rebellion, arguably, by flying his own ship into that giant like drill, and she like fucking sideswipes him, blows up her ship, blows up his ship. Then he's got to drag her ass back to the fucking base after they've blown the hole in the fucking thing
on that salt planet.
Yeah,
Crate.
Yeah, Rose is the worst addition to 7 and 8.
I feel bad for that girl though, that she's getting.
Yeah.
She getting Jake Lloyd treatment.
Yeah, Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, really? People are hating on her?
Yeah.
What is Jake Lloyd treatment?
That's the little baby, the child version of Anakin.
He's like mentally scarred. Like, you fucking suck. And he's
I'm pretty sure he's like addicted to crack cocaine and stuff and like dying on the streets of Los Angeles or something.
Wouldn't be surprised, man. That guy had a rough childhood after making that movie.
Because he's a little whiny.
He wasn't even as bad as Hayden Christensen.
He is. But they're all people like, oh man, they were too whiny. Well, Hayden. Luke was pretty whiny, right? Yeah. So they're kind of, and now Kylo's kind of whiny.
It's just a Skywalker
station to go to get my power converters.
Exactly. So they're all kind of whiny.
It's just a Skywalker trait.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they're just kind of entitled or whatever it might be.
I don't know why Anakin would be entitled. He was literally a slave.
Yeah.
And Luke was also just a fucking milk farmer, moisture farmer.
Yep.
They knew deep inside they were special or something.
Meant for more.
Yeah.
Could feel the mitochondria, midichlorians.
Yeah, or whatever.
Midichlorians were flowing through them.
Whatever that might have been. And then I have a note here. Languages that they speak. So is there ever an interpreter? I guess or C-3PO is kind of the interpreter.
Some people can just understand
droids
and
seems like they all can understand.
Because some people can't understand Chewie, but other people can.
Right. So it's like, oh, do you speak that language? Well, how do any of you speak English anyway, right?
It's common.
Yeah, I guess.
You're wondering about why casinos develop chips. Why is English the common language of the universe?
Yeah, exactly. So, it's all bullcrap then.
Yeah.
It's like in D&D, common is English because we play in English.
Right. So the kids in France call common French, I guess.
Yep.
When they're playing D&D.
And when they're watching Star Wars in French.
Which is funny, because I heard... what was I watching where D&D was supposed to be like the... like gateway to the devil or this kind of thing, like what the Satanists kind of. I was like, what? I played D&D. Like, yeah, that's like for those bad troubled kids or something. I don't know. Okay,
Is it
and
Recess? The show Recess? And
That's a funny
TJ gets
episode.
fucking thrown into like the pale kids.
He has
in
to
the
do detention
basements,
inside or
detention,
whatever.
and he gets into D&D.
Do you ever watch
It's on
Recess?
Disney Plus.
Yeah,
We'll rip the episode after.
I
That's
did
a
watch
funny
it.
episode, actually. I remember that episode.
so he has to play D&D with
No, he elects to play a D&D style
TJ
game.
Detweiler.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's a funny one.
So yeah, the last thing I have is just like questions that I have that I want answered today.
Right. Yeah.
You can't talk about some of them.
I can't talk about one of them.
Why? Why?
'Cause it's a
Because
spoiler
it's-
for you.
So we already answered it.
Oh, because it just kind of shows it in the thing or
Well,
something.
in the trailer, yeah, it's like...
Okay.
Yeah,
One that we haven't talked about. How did Maz Kanata get Luke's lightsaber?
that's not going to get answered.
She literally goes, "This is a chat for another time." Yo, fucking say I
I don't
found it
think
in a
that's going to
junk
get
pile
answered.
Yeah.
or whatever. Like, you've had it for like 30 years. Like, what the hell are you doing?
Maybe Luke gave it to her.
No, his hand fell off
It's the one that, like, he gets his hand chopped off and he drops it.
in the Cloud City.
In the Cloud
it literally
City.
just falls. His hand and the lightsaber,
Oh.
and the lightsaber gets destroyed.
Do you not in that scene? Isn't like a narrating voice like
In 7,
Just before in the Force back.
yeah.
when she has her vision.
Yeah, she sees like
Can you
No,
hear
because she like
Obi-Wan.
opens that. Yeah, you hear Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Ray, these are your first steps.
Well, that's why, like, so many
Yes,
people thought she was
exactly.
Obi-Wan's kid.
Maybe
I'm
that's
still
what
on-
it
I'm
is.
on
I still
board
think
with that.
that's true, but, like, I don't know if... Like, it just doesn't... Again, 8 sucks anyway, so, like, why do you tell her that she's nobody's kid?
But, so and then you have that flashback of her getting like dragged away as a little girl and her parents flying away in the ship. Why, if they were just junky bum rubs, like why would they
Be in a
be in a ship and drop her off on this planet?
Sold her for drug money.
I've
Keep her safe is wise, just like they did with Luke and Leia, right? They
But then who? Why are who are your parents then? They're not just some drunks that sold you for.
But also, like, you'd have to be Obi-Wan's, like, grandchildren, and there'd have to be, like, a
Why can't it
generation in between on Tatooine.
Why can't it be Obi-Wan's daughter?
Because he's, like, 60 when Luke's, like, 20.
That means Ray would be like.
it could still happen.
No. It could not.
One other thing that, like, one theory that I've heard, can't take credit for it.
Because she would have had to have been born before he dies in 5.
Yeah, or the girl be pregnant then.
Or, yeah, so, like, she couldn't be
got some good
30,
swimmers.
40 years younger
Okay.
than
Got
Luke.
some good swimmers.
She couldn't be
I
that...
think if, like you can
She couldn't be younger
for
than
a
Luke.
man, I think you can almost have babies up until you're 100, right? Basically,
That's not true either.
I think if you're a
Sperm count
woman,
would
it
go
kind of
really
low.
ends
Your balls
40,
stop
50 years
producing.
Women
old.
only have a certain amount of eggs in their lifetime.
Right.
That's what menopause is.
Man,
Not
this
eggs.
is like so far outside of my territory. like,
Anyways, Maz Kanata.
yeah.
well, like we'll circle back to like the Rey thing. There's one theory that like she's a clone, and when she goes into that, like blowhole.
that dark where she sees
Yeah,
a mirror of
but it's not a mirror,
eyes.
right? Because she goes like this and snaps her fingers, and they snap like one after another. Because if you're in a mirror, it's going to snap at the same time as you.
Right.
So it shows she's like one of many clones.
Okay.
It's all Force vision. There's literally, it's like...
But she narrates the whole thing to Kylo Ren
Yeah.
afterwards. I don't know. I don't think that is, but that wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility.
Major question is, where does Rey come from? Right, that's what's going on there. They do kind of
But everyone
say
seems
that
to
she's
know who she is. They're like kind of who she
People seem to
was.
imply that they know who she is, but she doesn't. Like, Kylo Ren and Snoke both do. They
Han
know.
Solo gives her a couple weird looks.
Yeah.
I could also
Seven.
just seeing it being
Luke's like, "Who are you?" Like the whole time.
Yeah, Luke doesn't know, but Han might, and Snoke does. Like, it just doesn't make sense. I don't know.
I could see it as being
Like, it could be,
sister,
I don't know. It could just
Kylo
be, like...
Ren's sister, I guess. Maybe.
No, I don't think it's Han and Leia's kid. I don't think so.
I
That's
think-
obviously that was another theory. I think that would be so dumb.
It'd be too on the nose.
Luke would know too if Leia had another kid.
And wouldn't Leia know and Han know?
Well,
and-
like that's where Han kind of seems like he knows who she is.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she could have been just a kid in the Resistance that like they hid because she like showed powers as a child.
Yeah.
Like it could be anybody. Like it doesn't. I'm okay with it being a nobody. It's just like just tell me. Like
what if it's a Palpatine kid or a Palpatine?
That
clone
could be too.
of some sort.
Yeah.
I mean,
Descendant
this
of
guy
Palpatine.
fucking ruins one of the trailer spoils, but
Darth Plagueis the Wise, right? Remember they talk about him
Yeah.
briefly?
Well,
Is
he gets brought
Snoke?
up in 3, and then like
might be.
he got
Plays
brought
pretty
up in a
good.
lot of
Is
freaking.
Darth Plagueis and Snoke the same person?
That got brought up a lot in fan theories before and after 7.
maybe.
But there can only be 2 Siths, right? Wasn't that
But
kind of
Snoke
the rule?
There
necessarily-
can only be
There
like
is a Sith.
one Sith leader or whatever.
And then there's the one apprentice.
Yeah.
So
But he's not.
They
Neither Ren nor Snoke were a Sith. They were a Dark Force user because neither of them was Darth. Blah blah blah. It was Kylo Ren and Supreme Leader Snoke, both of which used the
neither
Force.
of them are Darth something.
That's my
Darth
interpretation
Sidious
of
is
it. Darth
Palpatine.
Vader,
And
Darth,
Darth-
Plagueis, and Darth Sidious. Darth.
So you guys
Tyrannus
are kind
and
of
Darth
what you're kind
Maul.
of suggesting here with this is that Darth Sidious is still around or something.
Well, because like he implies it heavily in 3 that he like had figured out how to like
cheat death,
cheat
and
death
it's
and
all in-
survive.
in the
Right.
expanded
So, like, a lot of
universe.
And we
People-
just see him get thrown down the shaft or whatever,
Yeah.
right?
A lot of
He
That's
could've-
what we've seen with Luke. That doesn't kill you.
He could have transferred his Force consciousness somewhere else.
Yeah, had clones
afterward.
set up. Like, there's a lot of things that could say that like he could have
And they
survived.
can also just make these rules up as they go.
Oh, for
It's
sure.
Kind of like the whole, like you can have the Force Ghost, but then just Luke Skywalker Force Ghost that himself in that fight with Kylo Ren.
Well, it's like like all
That
Force
was
Ghost
new.
is just like
Nobody had done that
Force
before.
projection, that was cool.
the Force
I liked it.
projection. No, but like all the Force Ghost is like accepting
Force
death
projection,
and
I should
sacrificing
say.
yourself. Really, like
Only certain Jedi can do it.
yeah, because like
And-
obviously Yoda's done it now, and then like
Luke and Anakin and Qui-Gon.
Obi-Wan did it.
It started with Qui-Gon, right?
Qui-Gon, yeah. But there could have obviously been more before that in like Old Republic tales and stuff. There
I
is
just-
in non-canon stuff now, but
I'm really hoping there's no time travel,
Oh,
universe-breaking elements like the Time Turner and Harry
that would
Potter.
be dumb.
Yeah,
That
Or
would just
Marvel
that
or
would just
Endgame.
that kind
fucking
of
crush it.
That's where I watched Harry Potter basically up until that movie, and I was just like, okay, I'm good. This is stupid.
Any more questions that you had? I have
I-
one. I was gonna talk about Force Ghosts.
Yeah, my next one was: Are we getting Force Ghosts? Because the next one would ruin it for.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask. Over under how many Force Ghosts do we see in this movie? Like, not like seeing
under
Yoda
of
3 or 4
1.5.
times, but like characters that are Force ghosted.
I'm gonna say over under of 1.5 is the bar. I'm gonna say over.
I would say over to 1.5. I'd say more like
'cause you're gonna get
2.5 would
Yoda
be my bar.
probably
I think we
again.
get Yoda. I think we get Anakin. I think we get Luke. Obviously, we're getting Luke.
Yeah,
And then
maybe
I think, like,
Palpatine then if he's a ghost, or I don't know.
Possibly Palpatine. Possibly
Snoke.
Obi-Wan again.
Snoke could be.
So I'd say over under. Let's go over under 3.5.
Really? You think
I'm
there's
gonna
gonna
say
be that
under.
many?
I'm gonna say under 3.5. If that's the bar, we gotta decide on one. Because if it's 1.5, I'm going over.
Yeah.
So you're saying like 2? That was probably gonna be 2 or 3.
Yeah.
You would guess.
So let's go 2.5 then. 2.5's the bar.
Okay.
Over under 2.5. I'm going over.
I'm sitting under.
I'm going push.
There'll be 2 and then a half a body.
It'll be
Just Anakin's top half.
watch it show 2 and then show Darth Maul and he's
Yeah.
it's like told ya. Yeah, I would say under. I mean, I can't see there being that many.
It's like a guarantee Luke. Like there's no.
Luke's 100%. I think Kylo sees Anakin or something like that. I could see Yoda showing back up with Luke again. And
Maybe at the end they'll
if
have a-
Rey ends up being Obi-Wan's child, then Obi-Wan's showing up.
If they have if they do like a classic.
Oh yeah, at the end of the movie,
episode
like
6.
all hanging out with their medals again.
Oh man.
All the Force
Lando's in the
goes.
back going.
Yeah. Slow clapping it.
Baby Yoda.
No baby.
What about Han? Han could show up.
No, he has no force sensitivity.
Hey, that's not true. He moved his head.
Yeah.
He's also did the Kessler in 12 parsecs.
Oh, crap.
It's been heavily implied in some of these episodes in Star Wars universe that
Canon lore.
he might have some.
Yeah, well, so did
level
that
of force
fucking droid
sensitivity.
that blew itself up so they could
It's-
take R2D2. So
That's
Expanded
very
universe
true.
Can go suck a D.
There's expanded universe where that's a Force ghost.
Yeah, I know.
What, an R2D2?
No, the droid that blows itself up so that Luke picks R2D2 in Episode 4.
Right.
Supposedly,
Supposedly, it's a Jedi droid.
Ancient expanded universe stuff.
Yeah, that's all in the books and stuff that got like axed when Disney bought Star Wars.
They were like, "This is stupid."
And they're like, yeah, these don't count.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
Get this
Well, there's
shit
so
out
many
of
books,
here.
right?
Everything but cartoon clones is cut.
Not the good one though. And
but
Star
now
Wars
the comics that
Rebels.
are coming now are all canon again. So anything that's been released since Disney bought it is canon again.
So there's
or
some
it
whack
is new
stuff
canon.
out there.
Right.
The old stuff, there's just so many like novelizations and novels and stuff that is.
Like Dark Forces and...
Are the novelizations of the movies canon?
Yes.
Because the novelizations always expand on the movies because they always like
Slightly.
add little tidbits.
Yeah.
Does Finn, like, is he going to be a Jedi or
No.
what?
I hope
no, I agree. I hope not too. Could we get a Finn parents reveal? Or a Finn family member?
Is he
Well, he was taken as a kid,
Childish
right?
Gambino's son?
No, he's not Lando's son. That would be, again, 2 on the nose. If he was force
Yes, that's Star Wars.
If
Though.
he was-
Star
if he
Wars
was
is
force-
all about being on the nose.
was force
that's
sensitive-
all this movies. That's all these movies are.
maybe Mace Windu, but...
No,
there you
that would be
go.
more. That'd make me more mad. Because Mace Windu, like, he'd have to be a descendant of Mace.
Mm-hmm.
But Jedi's have to be celibate, so Mace wouldn't have had kids. He'd have to be like nephew.
Do they have to be? Is what they said?
They do, because Anakin's not allowed to have sex, and then he does.
It's a weird rule, but...
Does priests have to be celibate?
I remember them.
Yeah, they're fucked.
Yeah, they fuck little boys.
That's a whole different game.
There's Mr. Catholic over here.
Yeah, this is the only guy who's read the Bible here.
Yeah, but you know, just to kind of realize that it's bullcrap.
Any death predictions?
Well, I guess are we saying Luke is dead? I guess
He is dead. He
makes
disappeared.
it seem like he's.
He's force ghosted. He's dead.
Well,
He's
maybe
gone.
that was just 2 force projections.
That would be hilarious.
How
That
he can
would
just
be-
kill himself? He can just
They
vanish his
it's like a
life?
sacrifice. It's like Obi-Wan sacrificed himself. He like expended his power and like killed himself, basically.
Yeah.
Like
Chewbacca, yes, no? We'll just go through.
no, I think
Chewbacca
he
lives.
survives. Does Leia die finally?
Oh yeah. How do they even portray Leia? Like, is
They
she just
use
gonna be
CGI'd face.
Well, they're using a bunch of old footage.
Yeah,
They
old
kinda, like,
footage and CGI?
taking
touched
other
up
backgrounds
CGI'd
and
old
stuff.
So hopefully she dies right away.
she should die. If she doesn't die, I'll be mad that Luke and Han died, but Leia survives. Like, fuck off.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you have to kill all the old characters. I think C-3PO is a goner.
Do we
Oh
see
yeah,
her in
yeah.
that
JJ doesn't know that
again?
either. That's a spoiler to JJ.
I kind of daydreamed through you saying that anyway.
No, this is a different one. There's another one.
R2-D2, I think he's fine.
I think R2-D2 survives for sure.
Um,
Chewie would survive.
Poe,
Yeah,
I think Poe
Poe
survives.
Finn.
I'd be more likely to see
Poe,
Finn
Finn, Ray
die than-
all live.
I think out of those 3, Finn is probably the most likely to die. Sacrifices himself for Rey.
They kind of there's too much, like they need them for the future or whatever.
No, okay, well they said they're done. So
Kylo Ren.
Let's
I was
get
thinking
them-
Kylo Ren could die, but I don't think so.
I think Kylo Ren dies.
I don't know.
I'm guessing he dies.
I feel like him dying is just a rehash of Darth Vader dying. Like
Unless he doesn't redeem himself in any way, shape, or form.
I feel like
That's
it's
a little
more
bit
likely that he redeems himself than he dies.
different.
Who else is there?
9 Nub dies. Yes, no.
9 Nub.
Yeah, he's that weird little dude that sits beside Lando in the episode 6. Can't speak English.
What?
No what you're talking about.
I'm just kidding.
Um,
Obviously.
Rose.
Nah, she'll make it.
She's gonna serve. She'll die in the opening scene
I hope so.
in the hospital.
Lando.
I can
Do
see
we
him
see?
dying.
Do we see Lando at all in these ones, or are they gonna bring back what's his name?
Billy D. Williams.
Yeah, they're gonna bring
Old
him
Billy
back.
D.
I wonder, because they kind of
I can see
do.
him showing up.
They
Why not?
kind of do in like they bring him back with that
Donald Glover.
guy.
In Han Solo.
So maybe
Good movie.
they kind of bring him up again because they bring him back in this movie or something, right?
Trying to think of other main characters.
A lot of them died.
Domhnall.
Oh yeah, General Hux is gone for sure. He's gonna get like pasted. Does
I still did laugh when I watched the opening scene of 8 again when Poe's fucking with him
Yeah.
on the phone.
Yeah,
I still laughed at that.
man's shooting some major scenery and he knows it.
Yeah.
I think
Captain
he's-
Phasma come back
I think he's
For
tuned
the-
in.
No, I think she's
Second
done
time?
this time. She fell into a pit of fire this time.
into space.
That was a wasted character too. It's
Oh,
like, oh, they're gonna do
yeah.
something with this. They're releasing toys. This is a big
I'm okay with
actor,
that.
huge thing.
I'm okay with that.
Had,
Wearing like Beskar steel potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I'm okay with her being like kind of like a throwaway. She didn't need to be in
Benicio
a
del
special.
Toro throwaway.
Yeah, he's not coming back.
What was he again?
He was
He was
the
the code splicer.
code guy.
Right, yeah.
That
Justin
betrays
Theroux.
Right.
They're like, oh, Justin Theroux's in number 8. It's like, the fuck, he stands there at a casino and says one line.
Oh, yeah. I think that's most of the characters.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other ones. I don't think we see a Mandalorian
Did
appearance.
C-3PO die in the last one in 8?
No. They had time to change his arm in the 2 hours before escaping the base, though.
The
from
red
red
arm.
to gold again.
So what are we saying about 3PO? Does he die?
I think he
I
dies.
can see it. I can see him, like, getting blown up or something.
Oh, I would love to see him die.
C-3PO is probably one of my least favorite characters. He just annoys the fuck out
That's
of
the
me.
point. I think.
And I've watched it.
Well, I don't think it was ever the original point, but it has become the point.
I watched the cast on Jimmy Kimmel the other day.
Yeah.
And Anthony Daniels, the actor that plays him, is just like drinking as much spotlight in as he can in that interview.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Awesome. All right. Well, I think that kind of sums it up there.
Best or worst movie ever tonight, JJ?
It'll be best.
Um,
You can't put push on this. You have to choose.
I think that it will be the best of these new ones, of this new kind of
I think
generation.
that's still like 7 more, but I think it'll be best movie ever.
Or is it like best of like all 5 that they've released as Disney movies, or just
Disney
like the main
generation.
3 storyline of the Skywalker saga?
It'll be up there with as much as I like Rogue One. I'm hoping. Like Rogue One was so good.
Yeah,
Love it. Which is
disagree.
crazy you didn't love it that much, but you know that's what's great about the world. We can have different opinions.
I think I'm very hopeful that it ends on a good.
I'm just
note.
like, is it going to tie everything together? You know, it's got to.
Well, I think that's like Connor said, like 8 fucked up because it fucked so many Easter eggs and cliffhangers. It's like, is 9 going to fix it and solve it all?
I feel
or
like
is it still just going to leave a lot to
There's
guess?
even more questions that we didn't even bring up
a
today.
part of me inside feels like this is going to be overstuffed and like big fan service to try to get everyone back on board,
Yeah.
and it's going to get fucked up.
Was
It's going to be
Yeah.
the worst movie ever.
Endgame overstuffed?
So you think it's going to be the worst movie
No,
ever?
like Endgame had
There was super stuff full,
had
but I
two
loved
6
it.
hour like 6 hours of film to cut into one story. Endgame was super stuff, but it didn't have as many unanswered questions really.
Well, Endgame did a great job closing storylines and answering all the questions.
loved it.
But it was also longer than this.
Yeah,
it was
about 20 minutes.
Almost 4 hours long, wasn't it?
No.
3 hours long?
3 hours,
Almost
just
3
over
hours
3
long.
hours, I think. But
3
still,
hours
like
of
Endgame
trailers.
did have a lot. Like all we wanted to know was like, where is Thanos? How are they going to get people back? What is life like now?
And then they entered time travel and destroyed the universe.
Yeah, kind
Buddy,
of.
if you were going to save time travel for one time, this was the
Yeah,
good time
but like
to do
that
it.
universe isn't over. Like they're gonna keep making movies, and like you said about time travel, time travel just kind of screws everything up.
Yeah.
So I get time cops and Rick and Morty.
And they could almost kind of...
Scrotum guys.
they could do a
Fuck.
movie of them even
I was so
returning
happy
the
they came
crystals.
back.
Well, they returned them all. I don't even need to see that shit ever. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like the Marvel universe
Well, they've got a
reset
nice
the time travel
Yeah.
well.
They've got a nice little excuse now for side stories to say this is in one of those universes, and they can
Mhm.
kind of do what they want now.
This is on Earth 1055.
Oh, you haven't watched 2 and 3 of Crisis, have you?
Nope.
I watched them.
I was thinking
You
about
should
doing
watch
yesterday,
them.
but ran out of time.
What
I was
is that, a
watching Full
cartoon?
Compass.
No, it's like the Arrowverse, all the DC
Yeah.
shows. They're doing
Right.
a crossover with all of them. Crisis on Infinite Earths.
I kind of remember that
Heard of
comic
yeah.
line back in the day.
Yeah, it's from the 80s, and it's like arguably one of the most famous DC comic lines.
Mm.
And it's like multiverse. The Monitor and the Anti-Monitor are like just the Anti-Monitor is destroying the entire multiverse, and they have to try and save it. And it's actually 2 and 3 are a lot better than 1 for sure. So I would
What are
watch
they, like
them.
little movies?
They're just single episodes, so they released 3 in a row. It was like Supergirl, and then Batwoman, and then The Flash.
Yeah.
Back because they all released back to back days. So like they're just like episode 9 of whatever of those seasons, and it's episode 1, 2, 3, or like part 1, 2, 3 of Crisis, and then part 4 and 5 come out in January.
Right.
I would
the
recommend
Super Bowl?
watching them. What am I doing for Super
Who
Bowl?
you got in the Super Bowl?
Oh, dude,
Jeez,
it's
let's
too
not-
early to tell.
Yeah.
I saw he pulled up a Seahawks logo here on his
I
phone.
got my. That's just a.
Well,
shitty
playoffs
team.
are basically set. The Rams
Wow.
aren't going to get in, and the Titans aren't going to get in either. And those are the only 2
After
teams
they-
that have a chance.
Right, because
I was-
Seahawks and Niners, it's those two out of the...
Well,
So-
no. The Rams. The only way the Rams get in is if the Vikings lose out and the Rams win out, and the Rams have to play the 49ers and the Seahawks, and the Vikings play the Lions.
Rams
and the
are weird, eh? You
Packers.
boys, they're hit and miss. They fucking beat the
making me
Hawks.
Super
and
Bowl
then they
hangover.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Beat the Hawks. They friggin'...
And then on the other side, the only team that can sneak in is the Titans, and they play Texans and Saints, and the Steelers play Browns and
I like
play
that.
the Jets this week.
Jets and Browns.
I like that meme that somebody tagged you. It might have been Jesse. If the Dolphins can just draft a quarterback like Tennessee's quarterback, they'll be good for a long time. It's like, yeah, that's what I thought. I thought they got rid of Tannehill pretty early.
Traded him for a fourth and a seventh.
No, they had him for like 4 years
under dumpy coaches.
We had him since 2012.
Under
that
years.
long.
Yeah.
Under Philbin and shit.
Philbin has nothing, and then Adam Gase, he's lost his fucking mojo, man, since he lost Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Like, that guy's offense is so anemic on every team. It just blows my goddamn mind.
All right, playoffs are set. I think it'll be Pats, Ravens, probably, and then in AFC, and then NFC.
If Buffalo wins, they jump them.
Yeah, no, Buffalo's...
Because they play each other.
They play each other this week.
On
Buffalo,
Saturday or on Sunday?
Saturday at 1:30.
Oh, I'm in the air at that point. The Rams play Saturday night.
You might be able to watch it in the air. I remember watching...
Depends what kind
Rams
of plane
play.
I'm on a WestJet flight, so probably
the
not.
future. Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm
I was on
one
American
and
Airlines,
one on
probably.
my NFL predictions.
Maybe you can get... do you have DAZN?
Yes.
Yeah, but as soon as you cross into America, it doesn't work.
Oh, really?
NFL DAZN's only in Canada. They still do Sunday ticket
maybe
down there.
maybe it counts as
There's
a
some
Canadian IP address on the plane.
I don't know, because I'd be on the plane's Wi-Fi if I paid for the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
I don't know. But no, I don't know. NFC's a little tougher. I can't. The 49ers have fallen from 1st to 5th last week, so that's funny.
They could
Yeah.
get jumped and fall to 6th.
I don't. Yeah, Minnesota could.
If Minnesota
the Rams win
beats them,
and the Minnesota wins out or whatever. But no, I don't know. So what is that going to make? So that'd be Seahawks and Saints on bye.
Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
possibly the
Saints
Packers.
are sitting in third right now, aren't they?
Yeah, the Packers are in second.
So
Are they?
it's
No, they're
Seahawks,
not.
Packers.
Let me
I
look.
thought the Packers were in 4th.
Packers 11-3, right? So they're. I think it's
Standings.
Seahawks, Packers, Saints.
So we got Ravens, Patriots 1-2 right now.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh versus Kansas City. Kansas City,
Kansas City wins that.
However, if New England
Pittsburgh's in a
New England
playoff spot,
loses and Kansas City wins out, New England gets jumped by Kansas City into number 2 because they could both finish at 12-4. Because
Yeah.
New England's going to beat the Dolphins in Week 17.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Is it in Miami?
No, it's in New England.
Well,
We're going to get fucking
And
slapped.
it's
Yeah. Because they generally suck
So
in
if
Miami.
KC pulls out 2 wins in a row, they go to 12-4. They beat the Patriots. They jump them. Patriots lose to Buffalo this week. Beat Miami. They're 12-4. Buffalo. If Buffalo wins out and goes 12-4, I think they jump the Patriots. Patriots could fall all the way to 5 or 6.
Buffalo's
That'd be
already
funny.
played New England this year.
Yeah,
Once.
they lost 16-13.
So they'd have to beat
Buffalo.
They'd have to beat the Patriots by more than 3 to take them.
If they go
Yeah.
1-1, I don't think it goes to a head-to-head tiebreaker.
I think it does.
does
in
in
the
the division.
In the division, it does.
Oh, okay.
Houston, they're only a game
I know it
up
goes
on
head-to-head
Tennessee.
tiebreaker, but I mean, it goes head-to-head points.
I think so.
I don't think it does go to head-to-head points.
What would it
overall.
go to then? I think that's
It's
what it goes
divisional
to.
record.
It's
It's
divisional
head-to-head
record.
and then divisional record,
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, maybe
It's head-to-head
yeah.
record for sure.
Anyways, though, so I don't know. I'm like, so go back to that.
or else teams would run up.
If
the
it
score,
stays
right?
just like this, Chiefs win.
The only team that can get
That's
in...
a tough game. I have no idea, but I would probably say the Texans win.
Tennessee can get in if Pittsburgh loses the
Right.
next
They,
games.
they won't though. And
Dude,
Tennessee,
the Steelers drop-
Tennessee plays the Saints and the Texans. They're not going to lose. They're not going to win those
drop a
games.
stinker every year.
No, but they have
They lost the Browns.
they have to win out and they have to lose. They're not
The
going like
Steelers are fucking
the
brutal.
Titans aren't going to win a game, dude. They're playing the Saints and the Texans. They're not winning.
They could both finish 8-8.
They're not. No, they're not.
Um,
I've been over this in my head. They're
Okay, and
not.
then let's look at the end.
See, the Shithawks are number 1 right now. Green Bay,
Oh, Green Bay is on bye.
New Orleans.
New Orleans
and San
wins that
Francisco.
game.
There's 4
San Fran
teams that
wins
are
that game.
11-3.
Dallas
Dude,
Cowboys.
well, the Eagles and the Cowboys play Sunday, so that could change.
I was like, they're not even gonna.
That division will finish
start of
8-8
the
with
year.
the playoff.
Yep.
Maybe
The
9-7.
Rams are going to be like 10-6 and not make it.
You think
All
we're
right.
gonna beat the Niners this weekend?
I hope so. They've got to do
Seahawks
it.
Ravens Super Bowl.
No,
Bird showdown.
Yeah.
no.
Seahawks have won too
I think
many
the
close
Seahawks-
games this year.
Seahawks don't have it this year
I think
Yeah,
the
they do.
because the
Niners-
first seed they're going to play the Niners in the semis. I think they lose that game.
Seattle could
In
lose.
Seattle?
Yeah,
If Seattle gets home field, that goes a
I
long
don't think
way.
it means as much as
man.
it used to there.
Minnesota could go in there and beat them if they're healthy.
I think every single team except the Cowboys can beat the Seahawks in the NFC.
If the Cowboys turn their shit around, and, they could beat them, but this year's not their year.
No,
Cowboys just seem like they only beat bad teams.
That's what Seahawks are somehow the number 1 seed, and I think they're the worst team in the playoffs behind the Cowboys. Out of that,
Minnesota looks.
I think they're worse than the Vikings. Minnesota's kind of hit or miss.
Minnesota is hit or miss, but I think they're better. I'd rather have Minnesota.
Race for the number 1 pick this week. Dolphins play the Bengals.
It still has them. Ooh. It still has the Dolphins and drafting Tua next. Still,
I saw that. That's bullshit. If they do that, dude, I would laugh.
ESPN is the worst fucking draft people. However, big game. Dolphins need to lose to the Bengals, and they need the Giants to win
against
the Redskins.
What to get that to tank it out
to jump the Giants to second? Because right now Miami's in
Chase Young's not even coming out this year.
Well, we'll see about that.
What's not coming out?
Chase Young.
If he doesn't,
if he doesn't
draft, I don't give a fuck where the Dolphins pick in the top 5. They just can't take Tua Tagovailoa. Need to suck for one more year for Trevor Lawrence,
or get up to first and take Joe this year.
Yeah. All right, fellas. Well,
yeah, I'm surprised you haven't cut that yet.
I was gonna say we can get really into the weeds with this NFL.
I know, let's not.
Right? We'll spoil our good Star Wars talk with that. All right. Well, thanks for coming over and. Let's go watch this movie. Hopefully it's good.
Yes, sir.